doing? Welcome back to Leather Mother Fudging Helmet Fandom, bro. It's been a hot minute. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the NFL season. We kind of just took a huge hiatus with Josh getting his new house and deciding to do a bunch of demolition on it that he did not think he was going to do right off the bat. And then me, obviously, with my newborn and just having a new work schedule. So, obviously, this year was not what we wanted to be, but it is what it is, and we're going to rock with it. Just shooting now off into the playoffs. A lot of big hitters in this playoffs. You want to go over the games real fast?
Yeah. Well, you want to go one by one or just list them?
Let's just go over who's playing who, and then we'll go over in detail of who we got.
So on the bye, we got the Chiefs. That's Chiefs and the Eagles on the bye. And in the NFC, we got the Seahawks versus the Niners. We got the Giants versus the Vikings. And should be more games than that, right?
One more.
And the Cowboys versus the Bucks.
Yep.
Am I missing a game?
Nope,
So the AFC, we have Chargers versus Jags. We have the Dolphins versus the Bills. And the Ravens versus the Bengals.
And we have two teams going in with backup quarterbacks. Dolphins got either Bridgewater or whoever that third-string quarterback is.
No, it's not Bridgewater. He's not playing. It's
he's questionable. But
Slayton,
okay.
Slayer,
who cares?
Taylor.
He's third string. He's random. And then Ravens have Huntley. Is Huntley playing?
No, it's A. Brown.
Oh, well.
Anthony Brown.
So 2 third-stringers could be starting. That's pretty bad.
3 third-stringers.
Who's a third?
Brock Purdy.
Oh, yeah. See, that's crazy. That's what I was actually going to say was, who is it? Who's playing the 49ers, Seahawks? Yeah. Their head coach, Pete Carroll, he goes, I mean, we're running into the 49ers, and they're all healthy. And I started thinking about it. I'm like, they're not all healthy, though. They're in their third-string quarterback.
And they're healthy, the players, but yeah.
Really? They're healthy, the players? My butt. If someone was on third string, we're talking about Dolphins getting railed by Bills because he's on the third string, and Purdy's out here being all Purdy and shit and fucking throwing Hail Marys and shit.
He's all right.
All right, well, let's jump right into it. Let's start off with the Seahawks and 49ers since we were just talking about it.
Saturday game.
It's the super wild card opener. Seahawks versus 49ers. 49ers are home, obviously, with Seahawks just making it in the last week. How you feel about the game? Let's do picks first. You got 49ers, Seahawks.
I got 49ers.
I got 49ers as well, so.
Yeah.
How you feel about the game?
I mean, I just feel like a lot of people are on the 49ers, so I think too many people are going to be taking the spread. I think the spread's a little bit too high at negative or 9.5.
I don't know, man.
I just feel like the Seahawks have a lot more hungry players between Geno getting his first full season start,
first playoff start.
Ken Walker, rookie extraordinaire. He's probably like one of the best rookie running backs, and then you got that rookie cornerback that's been like maybe defensive player or rookie of the year. I can't remember if he got it or not, but it's Woolen, the cornerback.
I know you're talking about only because I saw his name, but I don't know exactly.
I feel like it's like him, Sauce Gardner, and like one other guy that are top 3.
Pretty sure they have tied for the most interceptions in the league.
Yeah, and Metcalf's still young. I mean, it's only his 3rd season.
Yep.
I just feel like they have a lot of players that are like really hungry. Lockett's always been really good, so he would enjoy getting an actual good playoff game in.
But their defense, that's
troublesome. I mean, like I said, that guy, that cornerback, rookie.
One dude's not good.
Yeah, but he could shut down like a Kittle, and if you take that out,
I guess you still have Debo. You still have.
Yeah, I mean, they got a lot of weapons. I just feel like
it goes on and on and on.
I don't know. I feel like they're going to be able to put a little bit more pressure on the 49ers, especially if they can get an early lead, which I think they can. They just need luck on their side with explosive plays.
Yeah, I just think it's wild that they're getting favored by 9.5 points. Obviously, they're home, and obviously they're the better record, but literally they're on their 3rd string.
Just because they have like the best defense. That's all it is.
Yeah, but even their offense has been banging since Purdy came, too. If anything, better than Garoppolo.
Yeah.
So I just think that's a a fun thing to watch if the 49ers do just like destroy them, like we just watched the freaking college championship game that was so ugly. If they do something like that, then 49ers going to be a fun team to watch in the playoffs, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, they're also like one of the favorites for the Super Bowl, if not the favorite. It's like Eagles and 49ers are like tied.
Eagles, yeah, they're tied, but Eagles I would put first for sure. All right, let's move on down.
Next Saturday game, Chargers and Jags. This one's hard.
Who you got?
I picked the Jags, but I'm not confident.
I picked the Chargers, and I'm not confident.
Yeah, I don't. This could go either way, but I think it's gonna be a lot of points on the board.
The good news is Slater's probably going to be coming back. They're left guard, I believe, or left tackle, one of the two. I forget what he is. I think he's left tackle, but he should be coming back. Mike Williams is out, so that's obviously a downer. Mm-hmm. But we all know what Eckler can do in the past game. So if you got one of the wide receivers out, then you got him, and then you obviously have, like you're saying, Gerald Everett coming up this year. With all their injuries on Keenan Allen being out 24/7. And then you have Lawrence is questionable with a foot. He's most likely going to play, not a foot, a toe. But maybe he's just less mobile, which might actually hurt them with Joey Bosa and Mack in the backfield, just pass rushing him 24/7. He can't get loose.
Yeah, they haven't really impressed me most this year, but they still have talented players in the defensive side. The Chargers, that is. I don't know. I just feel like the Jags are clicking really well. Like the last 3 or 4 weeks, they've been like just on fire, and I feel like they have a lot of confidence going in. Versus the Chargers are like kind of the opposite. Like they've been a lot more confident than they are currently. So
all I know is if Chargers can get the ball, if they can get running on Jaguars, like if they can start running the ball and actually moving the chains, then I think they're going to easily win this game because that's really the only.
Yeah, I just feel
Jaguars.
I think that they match up. The Jags match up a little bit better. Their defensive line versus their offensive line, and vice versa. I feel like the Jags have a slight advantage in the running game.
Slater's coming back and he's like All-Pro.
Yeah, and how long was he out?
I don't know. I haven't really kept up with him. But if he's been out, that just shows why Chargers haven't been as dominant as they've been.
I don't know.
Still getting 11 wins, 12 wins, whatever it was.
Rusty people.
All right, well, that should be an interesting gaming as well, but only because we think it's going to be a close game. Let's move on down to the next game. We got Dolphins versus Bills. Bills are at home, like we said. It's the third-string quarterbacks. I really don't have much to say to this other than the Bills are going to win.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
I mean, you have Hyde out, which is their defensive player, Jameson Crowder and Miller, their defensive player, and they're still probably going to dominate.
You would need like Waddle and Tyreek Hill to have like 400+ yards.
Yeah.
To even have a chance. Even then, they could probably still lose.
Yeah. Most likely.
I don't see anything happening.
Honestly, it's probably better that the Bills
the spread's kind of high, though. I'm not going to lie.
What's that?
The spread's a little too high.
I don't know, man.
Like, they could beat them by that easily. It's just
13.5 or was it 14.5?
They could also easily just not care because it's going to be garbage time.
Yeah. But all I know is that I think the Bills lucked out by not getting the first seed or the Bengals because, not the Bengals, but the Bills because they get to play the Dolphins now, and I'd rather just not play either a hot Chargers or a hot Jaguars team than whoever else is coming off and getting – this is basically an easy buy, in my opinion. Obviously, it's an NFL team. They're all pros, but this is a different story, different animal. So,
yeah.
All right, well, next game is Giants versus Vikings. This one's pretty tricky, too. Who you got?
So, I got the Vikings.
I got the Vikings as well.
I feel like I get the advantage just because it's a home game. Otherwise, I feel like I might lean towards the Giants, but I feel like everybody's leaning Giants.
Yeah, a lot of people are. Like I would definitely say Vegas is probably on Giants.
But
as far as the money goes,
yeah, I don't know. I just like the home advantage. I feel like it's hard to play in Minnesota.
We just can't have Kirk throw the game. That's all.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like everyone gets on Kirk, and yeah, he has crappy. What's it called? Games, primetime games, but no one gives him credit when he does have good primetime games, like this year and Christmas Eve.
Yeah, he had a good game. But I also think that's because Jefferson showed up and they have a new head coach that's been blowing up plays like crazy.
And I feel like there's no way Jefferson goes back-to-back games with
shitting the bed.
Yeah, with less than 100 yards, which isn't going to happen.
And even if he doesn't get 100 yards, it's going to be crucial plays that he's going to get a first down in, and it's going to be
he's going to put up some big play.
Think so? Like a deep pass?
Yeah, at least a 40
so you're taking pass. So you're taking his over on longest reception is what you're saying. All right, you heard it here first.
If it's 24.
5 units on
I'm not putting
Jefferson's over longest reception.
I mean, it'll probably hit, honestly. I don't think the Giants secondary is anything to be scared of. They just play really good because their coaching is really good.
They got that rookie, don't they? The linebacker or whatever?
They have a couple rookies that are good, but I still don't think they're a match for Jefferson at all.
I don't know. Should be a good game, though. I don't think it will be better than it'll be better than the Bills and Dolphins, I think, but I don't think it'll be better than Jags and Chargers 49ers Seahawks. Game. Nah, I think the best game is going to be a little bit further down. We got
maybe, but not this game coming up.
No. We got the Ravens versus the Bengals again. Like we just talked about, Jackson's not playing. Another up-and-coming young quarterback that should be in the playoffs and isn't in the playoffs, unfortunately, this year. This whole playoff could have been stacked with just up-and-coming quarterbacks that have been shining throughout their career. But obviously it's not, and you're saying it's the third-string quarterback, so I don't even think it's going to happen. I think we all have Bengals there. Would you agree?
Yeah, Bengals should. Honestly, this should be the biggest blowout. This is one where I'm surprised the spread is not higher. Maybe because they're thinking divisional game, low scoring. I don't know, but the Bengals are healthy in every single aspect.
They're amazing at stopping the rush. That's all Ravens do is run the ball. Yeah. Andrews hasn't really been Andrews this year, to be honest. That's kind of their only passing game. Is Hollywood Brown healthy? Hollywood?
He's not there. He's the Cardinals.
Oh, shit, you're right. Who
Robinson. They have Sammy Watkins they just picked up.
I thought they have another one that backed them up. The guy that did not show up at all this year. He was supposed to. Bateman.
Yeah, it was Bateman, and
Bateman
it was
hasn't done jack
one
this
other
year,
one, too. Prochet, and then Duvernay's been the best, but he's not really a consistent big-time receiver. I don't know.
Bateman's an IR.
I'm kind of surprised, honestly, Lamar's not... obviously, he's still injured. Probably can't realistically play, but it almost seems like he's not even attempting to try to get back for the playoffs. I don't know. That's just the vibe I'm getting, which is
I kind of agree with you, but I don't know his injury. And
I don't know if he's really, really trying to be super cautious with it just to get that contract he wants.
Yeah. Imagine going in there, getting hurt early, and then they just lose, and then they just get first round, and they're like, all right, we don't want you anyway. You just keep getting hurt every year. So
yeah.
Peace. But if they peace, Steelers, I know you got a good quarterback coming up, but pick him up. I'm all down for it, to be honest. Probably wouldn't work at all, but...
Yeah, I don't know if that would really work well. Honestly, though, he's underrated. He's a really good... He's developed on a good thrower.
He's developed, but definitely not into
I feel like him with,
thrower.
Your receivers and the Steelers, though, would be a good match. Yeah, I would rather have him over Deshaun Watson.
I don't know. I don't know what Deshaun Watson is now, to be honest. I feel like he hasn't really got a whole offseason to gel with his wide receivers and his team to actually see if he's good still or not. But
no, he's still good. It's just how good is he actually?
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the last game. Of course, they say this for the last Cowboys versus Bucks. It's at Tampa Bay, so it's kind of corny, to be honest. I feel like it should be Cowboys, but it is what it is. Just because Bucks are in some shitty ass division, it's there. Who you got?
I got the Cowboys.
I got the Cowboys as well. The little stat everyone keeps throwing up there is Tom Brady's never lost to the Cowboys. So I feel like that's just saying, all right, this is the first time he's going to lose to him. Then he's been shit all. I wouldn't say shit all year, but he hasn't been himself all year at all. That's for sure.
He's probably thrown his most interceptions ever. If it wasn't, it was the year before. But
and I'm not going to lie, his team has been dropping a lot of balls. I'll point that out as well. I don't know what the exact number.
Yeah, I think his receivers are going to do good this game, but I just don't think they're going to hold up offensive line wise, at all.
No.
I think the Cowboys are hungry.
Parsons going to come in hot as hell.
Young players like that. And, I just every time I think like, oh, it's Tom Brady, they'll do all right. Like I watch the game and I'm like, this is bad.
It's honestly really boring as hell to watch the games, and they're always low scoring too.
Which
is why I like their defense, but I don't think their defense can be able to hold with Cowboys offense.
And like, what's his name even looks even slower, Fournette.
Yeah,
and they keep trying to like use him again and again. I'm like, oh, this man does not look good.
Yeah, I don't know how he like saved his career last year, but somehow he did, and he looked like a completely different Fournette, like college.
I will say,
playoff
I don't have as my bets down, but a good bet would be Tom Brady interception. The Cowboys have 6-game streak with interceptions. It's a lot of them, multiple ones.
I also like if we're talking about interceptions, what's his name? Third interception, Herbert. I feel like he's a very
throws a lot,
interception kind of guy,
especially in prime time. He does.
Yeah, he's gonna have to force it too with Mike Williams being out. He's gonna have to throw the ball a lot. All right, well that's pretty much it for those games. Kind of only 6 games. We're only down to.
Did we take any non-favorites?
I did not. I don't know if you did. I did not.
Cowboys are
favored. Yep.
Bengals are favored. Vikings
are favored.
Bills are favored. Yep. Jags is the only one.
I actually made a parlay.
That's it. So Jags is my only underdog.
Take Jags. I took Chargers.
And you took all the
And that's
favorites.
The one you were iffy about. Was the Jags?
I was iffy about Jags, and then I was not really iffy. I still think the 49ers are going to blow them out, but I think it's just more of the spread's kind of weird. But
yeah, I took a bet for the 6-legger of all the favorites to win, put $5 on it, and you get $45.
It's just kind of weird because that means the NFC will have first, second, third, and fourth seed.
That's what happens when you have third string quarterbacks everywhere.
Yeah,
I don't know what to tell you. That's just the luck of the draw this year for sure, with how the quarterbacks have came and have been staying at home on the sideline. Let's jump into it, though. What are we going into next?
Super Bowl prediction.
Super Bowl. You jump
the end of the end. So I don't know. I feel like it's kind of a hot take. I don't see these teams usually, at least the one team, I don't see a lot of people picking. But I got the Eagles and Bengals both making it. And then I got the Bengals pulling out the W.
Ooh.
With Joe Burrow taking MVP.
Back-to-back Super Bowl.
Yeah, I just feel like I feel like the whole team's hungry, and I feel like he like exemplifies like a champion to me. Like he just always
cool, passion.
Yeah, he's cool, but he always wants to win.
And he doesn't do anything crazy. I feel like he's the type of dude that like gets home from work. He's like, oh, I'm gonna take a little nap now. I just did a bunch of fucking cardio. I just did a bunch of workouts. Now I'm gonna wake up from my nap. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna look at the playbook. All right, now I'm gonna go back to sleep. I feel like he probably doesn't hit up anyone. He probably just sits at home.
I'll tell you what, that game would be good though.
Eagles.
Like you can't tell me like AJ Brown and Jamar Chase both aren't putting off some crazy yards.
It would be good because it would force the game to be passing because they're both good at rush defense.
It'd be sick.
That would be cool. I would like that. But that's not who I have. I have probably the two most favorites, 49ers and Chiefs versus Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
They're definitely.
And the good part is I took a bet for 50 for the Chiefs to win in the beginning of the year, and I took 49ers just last week for 50. So I'm hoping that
who the Chiefs most likely play before
Chargers or Jags.
Okay, so that should be easy for them.
It's just if they meet Bills and play in championship or not.
Bills and Bengals.
I think they'll be fine with Bengals. Bengals have been destroying them lately, and they're going to be sick and tired of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they're both pretty tough, but
they definitely don't want to see Bills again. After getting knocked out with Bills, and then you just have your teammate go out for the year, and you want to play for him, and blah blah blah. And then last year, you went to overtime, and then you have Josh Allen going. I guarantee if that's a AFC Championship game, I'm taking Josh Allen's rushing over. Because he's going to want to be like, I'm taking control of this game. First down. With his legs 24/7. I could see that easily.
I don't know. I'm like skeptical about the Bills. Like, I mean, they're definitely a super solid team, but sometimes they just play like he just seems like a guy who like plays really emotional. So like, even though he's like really good, like when he's not playing well, he gets like frustrated.
And I feel like it's when he tries to throw it too much.
Versus he really needs to will be like, oh, I messed up. Let me throw this through my legs. Like,
yeah, he's more like just chilling, laid back, and he doesn't really. I wouldn't say he doesn't really care, but he he's so confident in himself.
Yeah,
like he knows so he's gonna do it.
Talent and confidence. He's like, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna score next game.
Like I can win regardless of what happens, which he proved in 2020. And also that's 2020 Super Bowl. What's it called?
Wait, who'd you have winning? Did you say
49ers?
Oh, I like it.
It's a redemption.
Purdy?
It's a redemption for 2020 Super Bowl when they had freaking Garoppolo throw a deep pass and he was short. He threw it short, and if they caught it, then they would have won the game, but it's not. So now it's going to be Brock Purdy with the, just joking, CMC MVP, baby. He deserves it all the way. He's going to go off in the Super Bowl if he makes it. I promise you that. Take his over on everything. Nope, CMC. CMC's coming out, dude. They love CMC so much, especially Purdy. Purdy's like, just take me to the promised land, dude. Take me to the promised land. Take it away. Take it away, baby.
I feel like if they make that, I would have no idea who to pick as MVP.
What?
Because I feel like there's too many good players.
Chiefs and
if the 49ers win. Yeah, even both of them, because both of them.
Bro, if Purdy comes in.
I don't know, Kelsey. I don't know.
If Purdy comes in this year, wins what? Did he win all 4 last games?
I think so.
Yeah. And through 3 picks out of 6 games, a whole slew of touchdowns.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get MVP.
Makes the Super Bowl, then wins the Super Bowl, then gets MVP Super Bowl. Probably like the greatest rookie career ever. Easily, actually. Easily the greatest rookie career.
Probably. There's probably like, what, 5 rookies?
I don't think a rookie's
NFL?
ever won a Super Bowl. The closest one would have been Ben.
Yeah, I don't know either. I'd have to look it up.
I think Ben won on his first starting, but he wasn't a rookie.
Yeah, I don't know if a rookie. Especially Mr.
Unlimited?
Not even just being a rookie, but being the last pick of the draft.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Plus, he didn't start.
Mr. Irrelevant.
He didn't start in the beginning of the year. He came all the way at the end of the game. At the end of the year,
yeah.
Still had to make playoffs. Technically, could have not made playoffs.
Or just had the Dolphins win with their backup rookie.
All I can say is that Purdy's gonna be a fun sight to watch, and I really hope that's the Super Bowl. And I think CMC is literally the best football player known to man, besides maybe Reggie Bush or whatever the hell his name is. Did I get that right?
People.
What's that?
So there's a handful of people.
Nah, I like CMC the best.
Better than, but
and he's just cool, calm and collective, and just like not cocky at all. He's just like, yeah, this is what I do. I get shit done. It's the end of story. Obviously, he's been hurt for a few times, so that's kind of a downer. All right, let's move on to our next segment. We got. Playoff. You said who'd you say for your MVP?
Burrow, Joe Burrow.
Okay, that's right. We got come up players in the playoffs. I got a whole bunch of them, but honestly, the list could go on and on. And when you're saying come up players, I mean, how do you want to state it? Like they're brand new to this?
I thought of it more as
3 years in the league,
guys that like really aren't known well before the now, and like they're just like, oh wow, why are they getting so much usage in the playoffs type of deal? But at the same time, like I was thinking, wait, maybe it's just guys that are gonna have a fantastic playoff run.
Yeah, maybe their first time in the playoffs. Parson. I don't think Cowboys made it there last year.
But I was just thinking, I don't know, more so guys that people aren't thinking about.
All right, well, you want to go over yours?
Yeah, I just got 2 players. I really couldn't find any other ones that are like not super well known, or at least not in the spotlight too much. And that's James Cook of the Buffalo Bills. So, I mean, he was drafted pretty high, 2nd round. They tried
Cook's brother,
Chase Edmonds, in the offseason, weren't able to get him. So they definitely wanted more pass catching running back. And although James Cook was used like that in the beginning,
he isn't really much at all.
Hasn't been getting much pass work, but he's getting a lot more usage. He's had like 40% last week. His last 5 games over 40%.
It was 60, I think, last week. I'll check right now.
Yeah, it was, but whatever. It keeps going up, and I think he's pretty much going to be almost dead even, if not taking the lead. So I just like him to get a lot more opportunity. I think they'll use him a lot in the red zone. I think you'll see multiple touchdown games as long as the Bills stay in the playoffs at some point. Maybe even like 100+ yard rushing. He's very explosive, just like Dalvin Cook when he was younger. So yeah, I like him a lot, and I think people are going to be on his butt cheeks as soon as the Bills start winning.
Yeah, last week they needed to win the game. I don't think they obviously didn't need it to make playoffs, but I think they needed it to be
probably the next
second seed. Because
the
Bengals took it. You got 56% compared to Singletary's 40 something. So the game before that he had 41. The game before that 36, 41, 43.
Yeah, and he hasn't done anything crazy to the point like people are like, oh, he's really good. So I think it's just his yards per carry are really good, and he's worth it on a team like that.
Yep. You want to go over your second and last player?
Yeah, so the other guy I got is Kadarius Toney coming from the Giants over to the Chiefs. He still hasn't gotten as much usage as I thought he would get by now, but that's even more of a reason why I think he's going to blow up. I could easily see at least 5+ touches per game, whether it's rushing or receiving. They use him in both ways because he's so fast, to put it simply. I mean, the man's really elusive, and you don't really see it until you see it. But I don't think
I've watched him enough to even understand like a full grasp of what he can do because he's been hurt so much.
Yeah, that's really the only downside is like this man runs too fast. He's almost like a Will Fuller. Like he literally breaks out one big play and he's like, oh, hamstring, I'm out.
Yeah, it's a good player to compare him to.
I just think he's really explosive, and they've been using him a decent amount in the red zone. So I think he's going to get another person get multiple touchdowns. Everyone gets on his butt cheeks because he's killing it, and the Chiefs probably are going to do pretty well. I don't think they're going to lose first game.
Nope. I could definitely see him getting an anytime touchdown throughout the playoffs. I don't know about what game, but I'd imagine
he could even get multiples.
I think Chiefs are going to be very spreading the ball, very diverse on who they're going to give the ball for touchdowns. Other than Kelsey, I could see Kelsey getting multiples, but that's just because they need him.
They even use him for returns, maybe even.
All right, so I got a whole slew of them. The first one is obviously I just been talking about it, and I viewed this completely different from you. I just viewed it as like the first time in playoffs, the first time like really like having a chance to make a big name and so on and so forth, kind of like rookies, second-year dudes. But we'll go from the first one. First one is Zay Jones on the Jaguars.
I like it.
He's been showing up towards the end of the year, getting like 10+ targets almost every single game. So I think he's very liked by Lawrence. Him and I wouldn't say Jones, the other Jones, Marvin Jones.
I mean, he's definitely Marvin Jones is underrated, but you're talking about Christian Kirk.
No, I'm talking about Jones, Marvin Jones.
He hasn't got as many targets as usually. You average like 4 or 5.
Yeah, but I think Zay Jones is going to be his dude definitely in the playoffs when he needs it. Either him or Ingram, to be honest.
Yeah, Ingram's.
But my other one, like I said, is Purdy and where the hell am I at now? Purdy, and then I got Herbert. This is his first playoff. He didn't make it last year. This is his second year, third year.
I think it's his third year, but I could have sworn he had one playoff game already.
Did he?
His first year.
He might have. Definitely wasn't last year, that's for sure. Because it was a disappointing year. Are you sure that he made the playoffs last year?
Last year they missed it because the Raiders game. They should have made it in, but the Raiders decided not to tie, which I don't know why they would care because they both would have made the playoffs.
I wonder if he did play in the playoffs before. But I think this is going to be his time to shine. I don't think with Slater being out, I don't think he's really had the time to actually throw the ball, and I think that's why a lot of interceptions have been happening because he's been getting pass rush like crazy. And I just think it's his time to actually show up. So I think he's going to show up and play phenomenal. I don't think he's definitely going to get a pick, but I don't think he's going to not throw for more than like 250 every single game, to be honest.
Oh yeah, he's easily throwing over 250.
Yeah, but other than that, I got a couple more. I'm just going to spit out there is Parson. I think Parson's going to have a great playoff. Even if it's his first rounded again, I think he's going to have a great game.
2+ sacks.
And then Nick Bosa, I think he's going to have phenomenal playoff as well. And then my other one is a sleeper, Juju on that motherfucking beat. He's going to show up, and he's going to show you why Chiefs drafted him. At least, this is my other guy, at least maybe 2 touchdowns in the playoffs. If they make it to the Super Bowl, that is.
I would put Kadarius Toney touchdowns over Juju's touchdowns. Totals between the whole.
It's tough. It's tough. I'd put them like right back to back with each other.
Not even close.
Yeah, that's only because they scheme up Kadarius Toney on like running and jet sweeps and stuff like that. Like it's not really like an actual running a route. He's just being Kadarius Toney, and they're just writing up a scheme to get him open and then actually get him the ball. But I think Juju's going to have many plays where they need him. They need to get a first down, and they're going to give it to him other than Kelsey, and he's going to show up big time. That's my prediction. That's what I got. Want to move on to our last segment?
Yeah. So we got our first round 2023 playoff bets. I don't got too much cooked up. I did cook up one really long shot, like 1 million some odds. So we'll end with that. But you got any in the 49ers game?
Do I have any in the 49ers game? I do.
What you got?
I took Debo's rushing over. I forget what it was at. It's like 12, 14 and a half, something like that.
That's what I just looked at a minute ago or 2 hours ago.
Let me see.
Yeah, rushing. I like it.
I just think they're going to scheme him up one play, and he's going to make it a yak play and actually like make it some big open play. 14 and a half.
On the hook or something, but yeah.
14 and a half minus 13. Drop 1 unit on that. That's the only bet I got from that. They honestly juiced all their lines in that game. And really
it was pretty juiced, but I parlayed CMC anytime touchdown with a 49ers money line.
I love it, actually.
You get negative 104 odds, so you're pretty
much
104 betting even odds.
That's actually really, really nice.
For a CMC touchdown anytime, so I put 2 units on that.
Pretty good, actually. Didn't even think about that. But honestly, CMC is annoying that like they're making it so negative. Like I understand it's CMC, and I understand that it's easy to like bet the top guy to get a touchdown, but honestly, a lot of people can get a touchdown.
Oh yeah,
in the 49ers.
You got Elijah Mitchell, you got Debo, you got Kittle, you got Jennings. I know he's not really a big touchdown guy.
Still could be though.
You got
their quarterback
Ayuk.
Purdy can run it in for
pretty
one.
Pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. Is Juice Jack still there?
Yep.
People forget about him, but they like using him.
Yep.
In prime time. Yeah. I mean, I get what you're saying. Like, there's always a chance, but I feel like for even odds, like you have to take it.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. The money line helps it out phenomenally. Because I would love him at even odds or any plus. I would love taking a CMC touchdown. That's for sure. Because once it hits, you're gonna be like, well, I knew that was gonna happen. It's not like it's gonna hit, and you're gonna be like, yes, like it actually hit. Like
you're not gonna be sweating the money line either.
Yep. And it could be at any point of the game, and you could get a touchdown because they're not gonna just like unless they go
down 14-0. CMC scores a touchdown. I'm like, oh, I won the bet.
Who be down?
If the 49ers are down 14-0, I'd still be confident.
If they were up 21-0 in the fourth quarter. No. If the 49ers were up 21-0 in the fourth quarter, I would still be confident he gets another touchdown.
It's possible. I don't know.
To be honest.
I wouldn't be confident, but
I'd be confident. Because they're still going to try to score. They're not going to stop at 21.
Yeah. James, or not, what's it called? Do you have a Buffalo Bills?
I don't think I like that game either.
The Dolphins?
Nope.
So I got one for that. I got another same game parlay. So just trying to get good odds for sure hits in my head. I got James Cook 25+ rushing yards. I just talked a lot about him. And then I parlayed that with over 37.5 total points. Odds aren't great, but I got negative 124 to put 1 unit on it. The overs hit 13 out of the 16 games the Bills played. I really think they might even be able to score that many points themselves. So I don't see how it doesn't get to 40 easily. And I like James Cook. So his over-under for rush attempts is 8.5. So you're going to tell me he doesn't get 25 rushing yards on 8 attempts?
Yeah, it's going to happen. That was the one that I was like, yeah, it's going to happen.
So,
especially them going to be in the lead. Yeah,
barring a 34-7 win. No, that would still be over. A 34-3 win. Like,
The only way that this could happen, honestly, is if like they don't use James Cook in the beginning. They go up so damn fast that they just start using Singletary for whatever reason. Then they score it. Like, say if like they're like, all right, this drive is going to be all Singletary or mostly all Singletary, and then they give it to Singletary, and then they score again. They're up by like 4 touchdowns. They're like, all right, never mind.
One game, they had his line so low it was like 30 or 29 rush yards. There's something stupid low versus the Bengals. And the first drive, all they used was James Cooks, and he had 20 yards and 2 rush attempts. I was like, oh, I hit, and then
for who?
Hamlin went down, and the game was over. For James Cook.
Wow. But, that is low.
Yeah, so I have that, and then I did another same-game parlay. So James Cook again, 25-plus rushing yards, but instead of the total points, just in case I get robbed, I took the Bills negative 6.5. You get even more juice. You get negative 138 odds, but I put 1.5 units on that.
So at the Bills -6 with the over, you said?
Yeah, with the over 37.5.
Okay. I don't know if I like that one as much, but
all right. Well, what game do you have a bet on?
I have Cowboys. I wanted their money line, but it's at like -140. So if it somehow moves upwards to favors to the positive, like 120. And more than I would take it, but instead I'm going to take the -2.5 Cowboys. I don't see them not covering, to be honest, especially at -2.5. That's
if they're going to win, they're going to win by 4 plus.
Yeah, like I thought you were about to say a lot, but
no,
like regardless, I don't see them losing by like 1 or 2. Like it's just not
right now, but
yeah, but I don't think they're going to. So I'm taking that at 2 units, and then I got Dobbins. Under 59.5 rushing yards, -114 for 3 units. I just can't see Dobbins hitting this over versus a Bengals defense that's been literally dominating the run game 24/7, and then you have them game script wise probably not being in the lead, and especially if they have the third string quarterback, they're going to have to be throwing it, and
they still have Kenyon Drake.
The only way he really gets this is if he breaks free with like a long run and somehow gets like 30-40 yards. That's the only way he's going to get it. If he's just doing these 1 to 10 yarders trying to get a first down, there's no way he's going to hit it. So that's why I dropped the 3 units on it. And then my last game, the last one I already said, was the Debo.
Yeah, nothing for the Jags, Chargers.
No, I don't like that game. It's all way
Travis
too close.
Etienne over 14.5 receiving yards, negative 114 odds. His last 4 games, he put up 24, 29, 32, and 17. He's really good chemistry. Obviously, he played with Lawrence in college. So I think as long as he gets 3 to 4 targets, he'll be able to pass that. I just like him having a good game overall. So I think he's going to try when he gets that yards after catch. I got 1 unit on that. And then I got 2 long shots. So I got all my plays before this. So the CMC anytime touchdown with the 49ers money line, the James Cook 25-plus rushing yards with the over 30.5 total points, the Travis Etienne over 14.5 receiving yards, and then I put in Vikings money line, Cowboys money line, all of that to get plus 1,768. I'm pretty confident in everything except the money lines, so you could always take them off, but odds aren't too bad.
Plus 1.
And then my last one, I got $1 million, not $1 million, $1 million odds play. So we got Elijah Mitchell over 40.5 rushing yards to go with the blowout. I got Walker 100-plus rushing yards. Ken Walker, that is, on the Seahawks. I just like him a lot, so I'm hoping for one big play. More like the 60, 70-yard range. Elijah Mitchell, anytime touchdown. Gerald Everett, we talked about a little bit, 60-plus receiving yards for the Chargers. James Cook, anytime touchdown, and the hardest one, but this is the last leg. So if we hit everything before that, we might get a good cash-out option. But the last leg being Isaiah Likely, last touchdown of the game. So Ravens, garbage time, go to their big guy, easy play, put it up there. He has been getting a lot of work with Mark Andrews being injured. So all that gives you 1,457,000 odds.
Yeah.
So $1 makes like $1,500, or $10 makes 15,000.
What would you say your toughest one is? Because I already know it.
Oh, it's definitely Walker.
Yeah,
100+ yards.
Where's that defense?
But if he happens to hit that, well, I wouldn't say it's the hardest.
I would say Isaiah Likely.
Isaiah Likely is harder to hit.
That's just like
because it's kind of a luck draw at that point. But it being the last leg, like I think they'll give me like half the profit and payout. I think close to that, at least a third. I don't know. I'll take if all the legs hit before Isaiah Likely, I don't care. I'm cashing out.
The only way it would be half, I feel like, is if it gets to Isaiah Likely, is if he gets a touchdown at any point, like throughout the game.
Be sweating.
Yeah, then this better not be the last touchdown, especially if it's like after the first half and you're in the second half, he gets a touchdown. You're
the cash out would go tremendous.
Yeah, I think at that point it'll be first half.
They might even block it out at that point. Like, oh fuck this guy.
Like, we know it's not gonna happen. So let's get a touchdown. They're gonna like call the rest. Like, all right, someone get a damn touchdown. We don't care what happens. Defense, last pitch of the game, shit like that. So what I got, I just drew it up real fast. Is
cut odds. How about the odds?
It's all about the odds. Hold up.
I feel like when you get to million odds, you're like, how the hell did you hit this?
Where are we at?
Like, it's crazy to hit odds that are like thousands, and then when you get to the millions, you're like, he must have known something.
Millions with hitting it, yeah, probably. All right, so here it is. It is 38,900. 38,000.
Okay.
900. It is CMC anytime touchdown. We just talked about how easy that is.
Like it.
Austin Eckler anytime touchdown.
Like it.
Talked about how easy. Oh, we didn't talk about it, but that is easy versus Jags too. This is the tricky one. All right, there's actually a couple tricky ones. This one's the tricky one. Buffalo's defense to get a touchdown.
That's fine.
All right, get a pick,
or fumble.
They're doing it for their teammate.
That's
they're
fine.
like,
that's good.
They're gonna come down there and it's gonna be a great story. Great story. Adam, I got a feeling.
Oh man, touchdown
anytime touchdown. All right,
I don't hate it. That's his favorite guy.
Yeah, the let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Past 7 games, he's gotten 4 touchdowns. All right, so
keep going.
It's not too bad. Jamar Chase anytime touchdown scorer.
Love it.
And Mike Evans anytime touchdown scorer.
That's it.
So
honestly,
really the Buffalo defense.
Mike Evans might screw you, but at least it's the last leg again.
Yeah, that is true. Monday night. I'll take the opt out option with him. To be honest,
yeah,
I wouldn't care. But you put 5 on that, you get $1,945. You know what I'm saying? So let's just do it now. Fudge it.
Yeah,
there it is. It's placed. Let's see what happens with it. If it does happen, if Buffalo's defense gets a damn touchdown, all I know is that whole next day, that's Sunday. Damn it. That's the Sunday first game though. Okay, so from 4:00 on Sunday, I'm gonna be sweating like a motherfudger. All right, I'm gonna be like, come on, Thielen, get me the damn touchdown, and then Chase. I'm like, all right, he's good. It was either Chase or whatever his name is,
Higgins,
Mixon.
Oh, yeah, I like Chase.
But Chase has better odds, so I went with Chase.
Really? That makes
worse
sense.
odds. Like, got plus 100.
Surprise.
Mixon's negative.
Not that surprised, but
all right. Well, that's it. It was good getting back into it and talking for some football. It's definitely been a hot minute. Obviously, if you participate in the listening of your ears bleeding, and we hope you guys have a good weekend. Enjoy the playoffs.
Lots of football.
Like I said, it should be a great football as far as names go. You got Tyreek Hill, you got Waddle, you got CMC, you got the whole 49ers offense, to be honest, a bunch of big names in that. You got Eagles with
Let's go Eagles.
Smith and
you talking about? I just said Eagles. What are you talking
honestly, all these offenses are amazing that I'm thinking about. All the offensive weapons.
Yeah.
Actually thinking about it.
I want to see Lockett have a good game.
The only one is Giants that don't have like a big name offensive player. That's the only team I could think of.
Yeah,
everyone
Saquon,
else.
But I mean that's not really a.
Yeah, and he's not going to do it. Yeah, I guess they have Saquon, but that's it's a running back. I was thinking more like wide receiver, tight end. I guess you could say running back, for Saquon.
But he doesn't have cool plays though.
Yeah, and he's not going to win the game by himself. Where like a Jefferson could take over the game by himself.
Not really exciting, but Daniel Jones could like run for a 70-yard touchdown.
I don't care about him. Honestly, that's the only team that like boards me in this playoff. And the Dolphins obviously bored me with their QB, but they have some huge names.
I just heard the Bengals have a really good game because I feel like every time I watch them in prime time, I'm like, damn, it's crazy. Oh, another one.
Like week 1 versus Steelers. That was crazy ass fucking game. All right, well, have a good one, guys. Enjoy your weekend, like we said, and Peace. Go Steelers. Peace.
Go Birds.